What is up, everyone? It is John here with the test session for a test race, I guess you want to say, for the Thursday night race and the NASCAR Gen 4 03 cars. Now, I've seen something a little different here. Kyle Carpenter wanted to test out the old legacy Gen 4 car compared to these. And when you see the race, it's kind of surprising. The old one versus what I call it, Twisted Sisters versus the actual 2003 car. So he's all by himself technically. That's why you only see his theme pop up. But Jonathan has to pull for the new Gen 4 cars. I want to say that. New old. Let's get ready for racing here at New Hampshire for 80 laps in the practice race. There we go. Green flag. Hunger gets a good run. Start here. Something gets a little wide and allows Kyle Glenn to get by, and looks like Blaine in 18 will get by as well. Side by side down the back of straightaway. Throws it in there. It was a little wide. And will allow 18 and Blaine to get by. As Kyle gets loose off turn number, into the wall he goes, hangs onto it. That allows Blaine to get by. Jonathan was trying to sneak to the inside as well. Trying to get that power down off the turn. Just both sideways. Now, if I can remember correctly, back when I watched this in the old days, these cars, the 03 Gen 4 cars, didn't have the side force built into it, right? Unlike the Twisted Sisters around 06 and 07, where they were more aero sensitive and had that ability to use more side force compared to the 03 cars. So these cars, you can race side by side without generally getting loose, but you got a lot of horsepower behind these cars. As Blaine, as you can see, gets loose in front of Kyle. There's a battle behind there. Mitchell and Jonathan Orndorff. Mitchell gets by, but Jonathan does a crossover. Back to the inside. Throws in there in turn number one. Get back by Mitchell. Of course, you're seeing again all these cars, besides one, maybe two, because I'm not sure Blaine that's his pick scheme for the whole season, but most of them have what we call test paint schemes on. Battle for, I would say battle for second, but the overall for this, I'll try to keep it basically straight as it is overall, because I know there's a class difference, but technically they're all the same cars. Just the aero platform's different. The Legacy Gen 4. Mitchell sideways in the back there, hangs onto it. These cars are a handful, which is good. That is good racing. You have to race the car in the track, and not technically worried about everyone else, that's when racing becomes fun. You want to race each other, but when you have to worry about the car and not overstep the car's limits. I mean, look at the lines that you see with just the rubber we're laying down, and that's not spinning out. That's just rubber getting laid down because we're pushing so hard. Right now, we'll go back up to the leaders. As Carpenter out in the lead. As here comes Kyle Cleveland to the inside. For second. Side by side into turn number 3, and Kyle Cleveland will get by Blaine, but Blaine is going to do a crossover as well. The side was up 4. And he hangs on to it. Grabs him deep into 1. Woo! That was close. Kyle getting loose off Timmer 2. Like I said, these cars being a handful is an understatement. Which then begs the question, like, you can see Kyle Carpenter out in the lead. I'll switch to him even though you're not going to see the ticker for anyone else. He looks a lot more stable. So is that just because he has the side force in the car and that's why he's able to not make this car unhappy? Potentially, yes. Because he doesn't seem as loose compared to everyone else behind him when he's coming off the corner. These cars are, as you can tell, look at the noses. His is more of a pointed, flatter nose downward. Ours is more up in the air. So, which for his car purposes, it will give him more downforce. But the question is, can he sustain that with this car? That's the main question about a lot of the difference between the newer and the older one, is that I felt like, and I'm going to say this right now, when I was in the pack, if I was right behind someone, my car turned better when I was behind someone than when I was by myself, which is very strange. It's like reversed compared to what we see today in racing. When you're behind someone today, it's terrible. But it felt like to me when I was driving, as soon as I got behind someone, with a good distance still, the car would rotate better. But with that car plus the new cars today, you can't get anywhere near them and you'll get dirty air. So it's kind of strange about this 03 Gen 4 car, how it drives, but it's definitely fun. And it looks like maybe the Carpenter is going to have a battle for the overall lead. I say for the lead, not overall. Get this class stuff mixed up. So for the lead, here comes Kyle Cleveland to the outside, trying to get a run to number 2. As the top 3 are kind of pulled away from Jonathan, not 20. Here comes Kyle to the inside in turn number 1. My guess is that as Kyle Goins gets loose, is that Kyle Carpenter is getting tighter with that car. as Kyle Gleeman will take the lead. Here comes Carpenter trying to come back to the bumper. As Blaine in the 18. He's trying to run down Carpenter for the second spot. Right now, pretty much everyone's kind of spread out besides the front two here. Lap number 18 of 80 laps. One pit stop in this race. Let's, for fun, let's go back to, and of course we can see all the actual, where everyone is generally. So, even though it says Blaine's in second, actually it's Carpenter in second, Blaine third. I had to make it challenging for me to do this. But, you know, actually, you know, since it is a practice race, it doesn't matter. Oh, and wow, Mitchell pops the wall there in the back. But looks like there's no harm, no foul there. Jump back up to the leaders here as Kyle Cleveland's pulling away. From Carpenter. Blaine is trying to, Blaine sideways hangs on to it, and man. There comes Jonathan trying to catch up to Blaine for the third position. Slams on those brakes, trying to get the car to rotate. Jonathan goes to the bumper, trying to sneak to the inside. Turn number 3, Blaine goes wide. This is the entry, and Jonathan will go by to take over the third spot. Now I'm confusing you guys. It says second. I know. Carpenter. Like, Blaine though is coming back on Jonathan. Better run again. Jonathan seems like, as I was mentioning before, he was doing okay catching these guys, but now, when he's got this clean air, he's very tight. So you see how his car's he's having a hard time keeping to the bottom. Blaine can get a good run. Turn number 1 again, Blaine right to the bumper. I could have burned up his stuff trying to catch these guys, so maybe it's starting to show in the run. 25 laps in of 80 on the lap 26. Look back to the inside, trying to retake this position. Whew, almost contact there with the wall for Jonathan, but into turn number 3, Blaine tries to throw it in there. Jonathan tries to hang on to it. Side by side through 3 and 4. Great battle here. For third position here. And Blaine will retake the third position back from Jonathan. As Kyle has pulled away from Carpenter. And his guys in the back as well. Go back to some guys here. Let's go back to Mitchell. Again, it looks like he's starting to slowly catch Jonathan. That gap is about, looking at it, probably about a second and a half back. Got DJ in the 66. He's another almost second or 3 seconds behind Mitchell. And we got the 22 of Alex Reno. He's running a Kurt Busch scheme. I'll tell you right now, unless it's clear, blunt, obvious, I am not going to mention paint sponsors. Every time I do that, I mess them up. But since technically, I think, I would say most people, but some people are going to kind of run some NASCAR themed paint schemes, even though they may have their own logos on them. I can pretty much tell what they're going to be for this year, for the most part. All right, back up to the leader, who's, man, has got a huge gap now. Now to Blaine, it's about a second, 1.7 seconds, 1.8, but to Carpenter, it's probably less than that. I just don't know. Won't know. Because it won't tell me, because of that class difference. In fact, actually, Blaine has gotten by Carpenter for the second spot. So that gap is actually a true gap. This one is actually 1.6 seconds now. Slowly catching Kyle Cleveland now. Go to Carpenter here in that legacy. This probably is the worst way of calling a car that is newer than the car we're running. They're calling this a legacy Gen 4 when technically it's the newer model compared to the one we're running. iRacing's so backwards. Oh man. And really, if you think about this car he's running was an accident. Okay? They were adjusting the car for the ARCA car. This is technically the old version of the ARCA car. Okay? And they were doing a new aero change and setups and whatever, and they accidentally left in higher horsepower in it. Like 800 horsepower or something like that. Well, of course, people say, no, don't change it because we love it. But they still needed an ARCA car, so what they did is they said, all right, well, fine. Well, make two versions of it. You'll have the ARCA car that has less horsepower, and then you have the Gen 4 that has the higher horsepower. And I think they did bump it up to like eventually 900 or 850 or something like that. But it's still backwards because this is like the 06, 07 version of the car. Versus the car we're running for this season, the 03, that's the older version. So it's like, but yet they're calling this a legacy car. Oh man. iRacing's logic is funny. But either way, Cal Carpenter in third. No, it doesn't show anything. There's Jonathan Orner trying to actually run down, and Mitchell. Back up here a little bit. Mitchell is has caught Jonathan for that third position. Well, actually, technically it's fourth. As we're approaching halfway, we should start seeing pit stops here soon for this race. As Blaine, about second behind Kyle Cleveland, he is slowly catching him. Great run by Blaine here at New Hampshire. As we're approaching halfway in this race, down to 0.8 of a second. Go back to this battle here to see if Mitchell seems to be kind of stable here. Oh, a little under a second, I would say. Check the... Yeah, it's a little under a second. Also, Jonathan is starting to catch Kyle Carpenter. Which I was kind of wondering, what would this that Legacy Gen 4 car do compared to the 03 car? And it seems like the Legacy car is... I don't see him loose a lot, so my guess is that he's really plowing the car a lot. Where though, yes, this car gets tight, you can really fight it off the turn and just gun the gas and get it sideways to help it turn. It doesn't help the rears. As next time by will be halfway in this race. As, oh, I think that was Blaine. He got sideways. Again, off turn number 2. Hangs on to that second position. He's got a big gap between him and Carpenter. We'll go back to this battle here as actually Mitchell has gone by Jonathan for that third position, or fourth position. As I'm looking for, oh, Carpenter has already come in for his service. As pit stops are going to start starting to happen here. He's gotten 4 tires and down and away. Let's see where the leaders are going to be coming in. Here's Kyle Cleveland in the 24 car. Now it looks like he's staying out for at least another lap. Let's check what Blaine done. Blaine's coming in. Blaine is coming in for his pit stop service. Anyone else is coming in? Yes, Jonathan Owner is in as well. Let's see if we can get a better angle of all of this. Get him in the 2-for-1 special. There's Blaine in. Right side tires are up. Most likely it'll be a 4-tire pit stop for everyone. As Jonathan, slides through his pit stop a little bit. Has to back up. Blaine is down and away. As Jonathan will finish up his pit stop. 4 tires and fuel for him. And now he's down and away. And right behind him, here comes the leader in Kyle Cleveland for his pit stop. And there's Mitchell in the 78 for his service as well. 4 tires and fuel for the 24. I would say it would be same for everyone. Mitchell getting his left sides up. And he's down the way. Also the 66 of DJ's in, as well as the 22 of Alex Reno. Everyone completing their pit cycles here. 66 is down the way. And the 22 of Alex getting his 4 tires. And fuel, left sides are up. And he's down the way. Doing a giant force burn out there. And with that, this pit cycle will come back out as Cleveland will still have the lead. Blaine in second. and I believe that Kyle Carpenter will be third. Mitchell should be fourth, and fifth will be Jonathan Orndorff. I know this is wrong. Forget it, but so Blaine in second, going past the 22. Let me know. I think a lap down, or at least 2. Not really sure.
Appreciate you, sir.
Oop! I left my radio on. Who cares? That's all right. Oh! There goes the 22 around, and that's gonna. Is that gonna be a yes? Caution is out for the first time in this race. You can listen to the radio this time. Who cares? Again, this is a practice race. For some reason, that's the one thing I will always forget, to turn off the radio when I do that stuff.
Yeah, you're welcome, Blaine. Not the way I wanted to do it there, but that worked.
So the first caution is out in the race. Alex gets a little sideways, trying to hang on to it, spins up sideways across the track, and brings out the caution. Of course, we just got done doing pit stops, so I don't see anyone coming in for tires. We should see, oh, Jonathan tries to fake him out there. We get ready for another restart here. First restart.
No lucky dog. Sad.
Wave yourself around.
You can do it.
Since this is a practice race, doesn't matter. It's all fun. Every weekend's for fun, but
Yeah,
try to keep some rules. Try to keep some rules once we're in the season, but since it's a practice race, doesn't mean anything.
Pasta.
As we're getting ready to go back to racing here, we should get the pace car lights are off, I think. Yes. Now, Kyle decided, and he'll mention it here, that he wants to do single file restarts in which someone will gladly say he wouldn't mind it. He'll say right here on the radio coming up.
Forgot to mention I'm testing out the single file cautions. We can do whatever we want in the season. I just wanted to see how it works. I wouldn't mind doing old school.
And that was me saying I wouldn't mind it, and I wouldn't mind it. So, but anyways, not sure what 22 of Alex is doing.
I'll let you guys go by here to get back on the actual line.
I think what happened was, and I think this is what happened. Alex gave him the waiver on himself, and then Kyle did it again, and so it put him ahead of everyone. So, it was only supposed to be at the tail end, but that's all right. You know, we're all getting back to swing of things, even though we've been doing it. It's a little different. But either way, Kyle going to later Blaine.
You guys on lap 51.
Yeah.
And DJ got a huge run on that restart, and he'll move up to third. my broadcasts are a little loosey-goosey right now, but once we get into the season again, definitely we'll get better on doing all of this, all this stuff. So it's okay. It's a practice race. I'm learning my stuff, learning my camera settings and how I want them and all that stuff. Which, you know, I need to really start doing a little bit better. Is to set certain cameras to a certain angles. Like for instance, you know, a lot of people like they have those cameras on top. Well, technically, iRacing doesn't have a camera setting for that, so I need to set one of the cameras to do that. I'd like to maybe one time get that done, but actually, while we're at it, it's Blaine as though it's really pushing to get to that lead here. So let's go in this battle here. DJ got passed by Carpenter. Here comes Mitchell to pass DJ. Oh, and DJ gets into the wall just a little bit. Here comes Jonathan to the inside. We'll clear DJ as well. Man, a little loose off turn number 2 for Jonathan. As Jonathan throws it into turn number 3 again. DJ back to the inside. Jonathan again goes wide. DJ gets to the bottom. Trying to wrap that bottom. Can't do it. Jonathan takes over that, would be the 5th position. So let's go back to the leaders here. Kyle's gotten back up to about 6 tenths of a second lead. And let's go on board with this old car. I remember the mirrors on. See? Certain things I remember. And look how agile he has to be. Watch when he goes in the turn. Starts putting lots of wheel into it, but then he has to be. Look how straight you are when you come off the turn. You see Blaine in the mirror getting loose. If you have too much wheel input into that car, exiting, you're going to spin out. You gotta try to drive as straight as possible coming out of the turn. On that bottom, actually trying to hook that bottom portion of the track to get it help turning a little bit, because living that right in that lower end of the track here at New Hampshire, it kind of goes the opposite direction. It's negative banking, but sometimes you hook it just right, it actually helps the car turn a little bit better, so then you can actually keep the wheel straighter. Excellent. Once we get also in the season, I'll have some graphics things that can pop up for myself. I'll make and have it all set up once again for broadcasting. But I just wanted to get practice and getting going again doing this stuff. We are doing another week of practice racing for Monday and Thursday, and it looks like after that we'll get the season going after that. Right now, Kyle has about 8 tenths of a second lead over Blaine in the 18. Now it's about a second. 70 of Mitchell on the the back bumper of Kyle Carpenter. As we're 20 to go, actually going to be 19 to go here. As Mitchelson is inside, side by side down the front straightaway, going for that third position, and will clear Kyle Carpenter. Got a battle actually between Jonathan and 6'6" of DJ.
Nice save, DJ.
He got sideways. Zero from Jonathan there. Jonathan in that 20 is now trying to look to pass the 77 of Kyle Carpenter. We're closing down on the end of this race. Come around, we'll have 15 laps to go. Kyle will cross the line. Kyle couldn't cross the line now. There are 15 laps to go at New Hampshire as Jonathan's trying to close down on Kyle Carpenter. Right now everyone's kind of spread out for the most part. Kyle's got that 1.7 second lead over Blaine. Mitchell in third, Carpenter in fourth, Jonathan in fifth, 6 DJ, Alex in the seventh. Again, if I click on him, it just brings up his. How it is. But that gap between Carpenter and Jonathan is slowly shrinking, and he may have a shot to pass Carpenter here late in this race. Keep on that gap between Kyle and Blaine. Right now it's about 2 seconds now. This is the closest battle we have right now on the track. Jonathan and Sowers off too. Jonathan, as DJ gets Sowers again off too. Jonathan is creeping in ever so slightly, trying to get to him. Actually making the bottom work a little bit. As I said, if you can get the car to wrap that bottom a little bit better, it helps kind of de-wedge the car a little bit if the car is getting tighter. But you gotta get slow enough and turn down the track enough to get that good run off the turn. Looked like kind of hindered him there just a little bit in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 seems to be the better turn to do it in. As we come to the line, 10 laps to go. at New Hampshire. Like Carpenter's struggling a little bit. Actually, looks like it was a little loose there. Jonathan guy nicked the wall as well. Jonathan pushing hard. Trying to wrap that bottom as best we can. That gap between Kyle Cleveland and Blaine, it's shrunk a little bit. It's down to 1.6 seconds. Just gonna keep it with this battle until at least get down a couple laps to go. Again, this is about the closest battle we have on the racetrack. As here comes Jonathan to the inside off turn number 2. Side by side down the back straightaway between Carpenter and Jonathan Orndorff into turn number 3, side by side. Jonathan wraps that bomb, trying to slide up, can't do it. Carpenter's going to hang on to the outside here. Side by side, it looks like he maybe has the run. He's almost clear. Into turn number 1, and he is clear this time. Jonathan Orndorff takes over. That would be 4th position from Carpenter. As now DJ looking to get past Carpenter as well. This that Legacy Gen 4 is not working well for him. He's again trying to get super loose, or that push loose kind of style. Either way, there's the battle behind them. As we're approaching 5 to go, here comes DJ to the inside of Carpenter. He's able to wrap that bomb really well. The bomb is coming in good late in this race. You can get the bomb to just start hooking that car without over driving it. You can get a run as with 5 laps to go, and Carpenter gets in the wall, and DJ will get by Carpenter, but then put him in that actually 5th position overall. As we'll go back up to the leaders here. Kyle Cleveland has a 1.8 second lead over Blaine. Blaine sideways off 2 again. Just trying to hang it out for all it's worth. As we'll come to the line. We'll have 3 laps to go. Blaine's really driving into the turn. Cleveland coming back around one more time for 2 laps to go here at New Hampshire. And yes, I know when the flag's gonna be waved, because I can count laps versus time. Blaine, whoa, I was again off 2. He just thrown this car into the turn down to 1.5 seconds. Trying to do everything he can. Maybe catch Kyle Cleveland, but Kyle is going to get the white flag. 1 more lap to go here at New Hampshire. Kyle Cleveland's had a pretty good, strong car all race long, leading lots of laps, and having a dominant performance at the end. Off turn number 4, Kyle Cleveland's going to win the practice race at New Hampshire. Lane will be second. Mitchell will be third. Jonathan Orndorff will be fourth. Fifth will go to DJ. Sixth to Kyle Carpenter. And seventh to Alex Reno. So, that is going to do it for this race. Again, next week we're going to do another practice race for Thursday and Monday. Looks like Monday he said we're going to do Mid-Ohio, and Thursday we're going to do Kansas. So, if you did enjoy this race, make sure you hit that like button. And this broadcast as well, hit the like button. And if you're new to this channel and want to see more NASCAR iRacing broadcasts for our league. I'm getting this backwards. I'll get this right. Fastest Racing iRacing League broadcast for this season in the Gen 4 cars. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys for the next one.